Hello students and human service providers. I'm Dr. Jim Coyle and I'm on the faculty of the School of Social Work at the University of Windsor in Ontario, Canada. A number of years ago, I realized that when I asked students to write papers, I got more questions about how to write the papers than about the content. Students wanted to know how many pages do they need, how many references should they include, how should they organize their paper, and exactly how do they write about a particular topic. They asked me whether they would lose credit if there were grammar or punctuation or spelling errors. They asked me whether they had to use the APA format that's a standard writing style for social work publications. I discovered that students were more interested in describing what they read in the literature in order to show that they've learned. They wanted to know how to get the best grade. This didn't match my expectation, which is that I wanted them to analyze what they read as well as what they observed and to make a recommendation about what makes sense. Rather than simply communicating what other people have already communicated. The classroom was real different from my practice experience. I wrote reports for my employer, for my unit, and I wrote them as an expert. I included the analysis that explained why I wanted the reader to follow my recommendations, why I wanted them to put in a particular treatment method, or to fund a particular program. Similarly, when I taught my students about working with clients, I asked them to write a client contact note, sometimes based upon a role-played interview that they had done as part of the course. Many times I realized that these notes sounded more like student papers. They talked about how the literature and theory, what they said about the client's issues, rather than describing what happened in the interview and what their analysis of the data they collected in the interview was. Since my school was revising its Masters of Social Work program, I proposed a course to teach students writing skills for used not only for writing research reports, but also for practice reports, for writing client notes and letters and treatment summaries. This was to help students learn how to write for the field. I did a lot of research in terms of not social work research as well as education research on this matter. I got a lot of feedback from students. And the one thing I learned was that you don't learn about writing from reading about writing, you have to write. These two modules, Writing Human Services Reports, Evaluations, and Funding Requests, and Writing Human Services Client Contact Notes, are two parts that come from this course. And I hope that they will help instructors as teach students as well as human service organizations teach employees about writing skills. Hopefully they will help you as well as be enjoyable for you. Thank you.